That won't be good if I have a question. The Jew, what you got? Explain on that, expound on. Okay, so somebody believed that because they didn't have a building to worship in, they could stay home on the Sabbath and worship from there. That's saying right. Okay. Um, that is not good, man. Do it, the notes. Man. Okay. All right. So let's uh let's let's again. Let's see what we're supposed to do on the Sabbath day. In fact, let's just start off in Leviticus 23. Leviticus 23. Leviticus 23. And pick it up at verse 1, bro. Leviticus 23 and okay, Leviticus 3 and verse 1.
And the Lord spake unto Moses,
All right,
saying,
so we first and foremost again we see that God is speaking, and nobody on earth, even if you are deceiving yourself, have more authority, let alone power, than God. Nobody. Okay, so therefore, hear His word. We shouldn't harden our heart, right? So read that verse again.
And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying,
Say, brother.
Speak unto the children of Israel,
Mm-hmm.
and say unto them,
What, man? Speak. What you supposed to say to the children of Israel?
concerning the feast of the Lord,
Mm-hmm.
which ye proclaim to be holy convocation.
Stop. So he said, we proclaim these to be holy convocations, right? What's convocation? Convocation is the act of calling people together for a large formal assembly. Now, just not a convocation, this is a holy convocation. So, what makes it holy? Because when you read Revelation chapter 7, verse 12, it tells you the commandments, the laws of God is holy. Matter of fact, I'm going to read that. You ain't got to read it. I'm going to read it to you. Don't worry about it. Read because I was there's something else I want to read there too. Right, because if you haven't having a gathering or call yourself having a convocation, you're supposed to have it set on the sole place that you have it at. For example, we ain't know nothing about this church, but Brother Whitney every Saturday is holding. We gonna do this, y'all. We gonna do it here every Saturday. That's our business to go to his house every Saturday and hold that convocation there. You understand? So anyway, I wanted to read Romans real quick.
He put his name on it. When we read it earlier today, it says, I shall put
Oh yeah, he,
name.
he's referring to
Step in front of him.
let's see. So I'm gonna read Romans 7 and 12, it says, "Wherefore the law is holy and the commandment holy," and you ain't gotta read it. You got it. Just and good. So if the commandment is holy, the law is holy, just and good. What does that make us? Verse 14 it says, "For we know that the law is spiritual." So if we know that the law is spiritual, you're not keeping the law. Are you a spiritual person? Absolutely not. You're not a spiritual person. You need to be a spiritual person. Because notice he said he coupled this with carnal load under sin. Of course, you can have a battle in your head talking about, hey, don't do this with the Lord saying, but you got this, just do this. Battle. Anyway, Leviticus 23, to a
Speak unto the children of Israel.
yeah, speak and doing.
Say unto them concerning the feast of the Lord, which ye shall proclaim.
Which you shall proclaim to be what?
To be holy convocation.
That's an S on there because we're gonna have convocations during the feast days. Do we? So there's no stipulation there. Read.
Even these are my feasts.
They are God feasts. They not ours. They're the Lord's. Read.
6 days shall work be done, but the seventh day is the Sabbath of rest.
And what do you do on Sabbath of rest?
And holy convocation.
First thing on the list. That's the first thing on the feast day. Holy convocation. That's the first thing on the list. A holy convocation. Read. It's a holy gathering, y'all. That's what this is. Holy gathering. Read.
Ye shall do no work.
Why?
The Sabbath of the Lord in all your days.
Oh, been over here too. Ain't no escaping this, right? But watch this. Let's go to Hebrews. This was in the lesson. Read it again. Hebrews chapter 10. Hebrews chapter 10. Now, some people may live 5 hours, whatever the case may be, from a building or a church, or we having a holy congregation. This ain't to them people. But you about a half hour away, an hour, 2 hours. I mean, it is kind of talking to you. Pretty sure the Lord might have provided you a car. Oh, Orlando. About what, 5 hours? That brother, he don't even have his own car. So I know Israel can't really make an excuse because he used public transportation to come. Where he's coming from? Chicago. And come here. Boston? Boston. Well, he come from Boston. And he said 5 hours on public transportation. But guess what? My brother do what he got to do to get here. It's just that simple. We know the COVID stuff is hindering him for the time being. Otherwise, he would be here. This is for people like him. So, verse chapter, 10? And read 24, bro.
And let us consider one another to provoke unto love and to good works, not forsaking the assembly of ourselves together.
Do it again.
Not forsaking the assembling of ourselves together.
One more time.
Not forsaking the assembling of ourselves together.
Even, y'all got YouTube videos. I can stay home and forsake the assembly. Nope. You cannot do that. Not forsaking the assembly of ourselves. And the time we assemble together is on the Sabbath day. Saturday. The 7th day. We're doing it right now. This is what you're supposed to be doing. There's people out there who can't make it or don't have a place to go to. Unfortunate for them. So they're doing the best they can. They're going to watch the YouTube videos. But you got a car, you can get here. The Lord knows what you can do. It's just that simple. You're playing around with yourself. That's what you do. So all you doing is watching us have a holy convocation. If you have the means, are able to make it to a building where we are establishing the truth of God. It's that simple. So, no, not having a holy convocation home. It's just that simple. Plain and simple as that. So, you good with that, brother? Yeah, because it's ridiculous. Israel always trying to justify something. Anyway, anybody else got something? Somebody. Oh, okay. questions too long. What you got, bro? That's a good question. Let's go John 21. That question come up a lot. Um, and 20, but I going to start at 20. 20, John 21 and 20. Go ahead.
And heard about the disciple whom Jesus loved following,
Mm-hmm.
which on his breast, Lord, he betrayed thee. Peter, seeing him, said to Jesus, Lord, what shall this man do?
Mm-hmm.
Jesus saith unto him, I will that he tarry till I come. What is that to thee?
Go ahead, brother.
Follow thou me.
Uh-huh.
Then went this saying abroad among the brethren that the disciple should not die. Jesus said not unto him, he should not die, but if I will that he tarry till I come, what is that to thee?
Okay, read to me again.
Then Peter turned out, seeth the disciple whom Jesus loved following, which also leaned on his breast at supper and said, Lord, which is he that betrayed thee?
All right, skip down to verse 24. Let's see who disciple is that the Lord loved.
This is the disciple which testifieth of these
Who's testifying in this book? Here you go, read.
and wrote these things.
Uh-huh. Who wrote these things right here we read? Right. Go ahead.
And we know that his testimony is true.
And what else?
And there are also many other things which Jesus did, which if they should be in everyone, I suppose that even the world itself could not contain the books should be written.
Right. Man. Yeah, so the one that he loved is none other than John, brother. That's nothing with that. It's what the book says. This is in there too. I can't. But you good with that? You sure? All right. All right. Anybody? Oh, brother Glenn, what you got? Be easy on me, man. Be easy. Isaiah 24 and 22. Okay. You want me to let him read that first, then you ask the question? Okay. Isaiah 24 and 22. When you get it, go ahead and read.
And they shall be gathered together, as prisoners are gathered in the pit, and shall be shut up in the prison, and after many days shall be visited.
Okay. What you got? Who is this? Okay, so you. Oh, right. So, gotcha. All right. That's a good question. Jump up. Let's uh, let's do. Let's go. This one. We're gonna do some skipping. Don't worry about it. First one.
Behold, the Lord maketh the earth empty, and maketh it and turneth it upside down,
Mm-hmm.
and scattereth abroad the inhabitants thereof.
Mm-hmm.
And it shall be, as with the people, so with the priest, as with the servant, so his master, as with the maid, so with her mistress, as with the buyer, so with the seller, as the lender, so with the borrower, as with the taker of usury, so with the giver of usury to him, the land shall be utterly empty, utterly spoiled.
Why?
For the Lord hath spoken.
Go ahead. What else he saying?
The earth mourneth,
Mm-hmm.
and the world languisheth and passeth away.
Mm-hmm.
The haughty people of the earth do languish.
Mm-hmm. Right. That's going on today. Go ahead, brother.
The earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof,
That still happens. Right? Go ahead.
because they have transgressed the law,
Mm.
changed the ordinance,
Oh.
broken the advertisement.
Oh Lord, in the everlasting covenant. What happened?
Therefore hath the curse devoured the earth,
Mm-hmm.
and they that dwell therein are desolate.
Okay. Go ahead.
Therefore the inhabitants of the earth are burned, and few men left.
Oh man, go ahead, man.
The new wine mourneth, the vine languisheth, all the merry hearted to do sigh.
Mm-hmm.
The mirth.
Skip that one, bro. Let's skip down to 15. See what we got here.
Wherefore glorify ye the Lord in the fires, even the name of the Lord God of Israel in the isles of the sea.
Go ahead.
From the utmost of the earth have heard giving glory to the righteous. But I said, my leanness, woe unto me. The treacherous dealers have dealt treacherously. Yea, the treacherous dealers have dealt very treacherously.
Go ahead.
Fear and pit and snare are upon thee, O inhabitant of the earth.
Mm-hmm.
It shall come to pass.
Here it shall come to pass. What?
He who fleeth from the noise fear shall fall into the pit,
Mhm.
and he that out of shall be.
Uh-huh.
For the windows are open, and the foundation of the earth do shake.
You can't escape God. You know, he tell you about that. His name is escape the snake bite you, etc., etc. Go ahead.
Earth is utterly broken down.
Mm-hmm.
The earth clean dissolved. The earth is moved exceedingly. The earth feels to grow like.
When is this taking place? Go ahead.
And shall be removed like the cow,
Mm-hmm.
and the transgression thereof shall be heavy upon it, and it shall fall and not rise again.
Ooh. Go ahead.
And it shall come to pass
Mm-hmm.
that day that the Lord shall punish the high ones
Mm-hmm.
that are,
Okay, so very good.
and the kings of the earth upon the earth.
Mm-hmm. So he's going to hit the high people first. He always go to the top right to the Lord. Don't worry, he's going to get it. But, you know, he's going to come down and hit the high folks. Go ahead.
And they shall be gathered together as prisoners are gathered in the pit, and shall be shut up in the prison.
Mm-hmm.
And after many days shall they be visited.
And what else?
The moon shall be confounded, the sun ashamed.
Mm-hmm.
When the Lord of hosts shall reign in Mount Zion and in Jerusalem, and before his.
And he's saying 22, and they shall be gathered together as prisoners gathered, be shut up in. After many days shall they be visited, because the Lord is visiting a lot of people in the grave after many days, right? So keep it in.
Then the moon shall be confounded, and the sun ashamed, when the Lord of hosts shall reign in Mount Zion.
So we with this. Mm-hmm. Keep reading.
In Jerusalem and before his ancient glorious.
All right, so this is definitely talking about the kings at the time of the Lord's return. Go to Psalm. Go to. We're going to Psalm 2. Because we just going to look at some high people on earth. Then to who these kings are. Read verse 1, brother. Psalm 2 and 1.
Why do the heathen rage?
No, that's a great question. Why do they rage? Go ahead.
And the people imagine vain things.
Everything is vain.
The kings of the earth set themselves, and the rulers take counsel.
So apparently we understand the kings of the earth have done it. But we was reading at a time where the Lord is going to take care of kings. That no, I got you.
And against his anointed, let us break their band.
Do
Out away their sword from us. He that sitteth in the heavens shall laugh. The Lord shall have derision.
And go ahead.
Shall he speak unto them in his wrath.
And talk about these kings, right? Okay, keep reading.
And vex them in his pleasure. Yet I set my king upon my holy hill of Zion.
Let's go to Psalm 110 real quick. Psalm 110. And read a little bit. Should be. And the one Psalm 110.
The Lord said unto my Lord. The Lord said unto my Lord.
Yes, sir.
Sit thou at my right hand. Until I make thine enemy thy footstool.
So we are what he's doing right here. Sitting at the Lord's right hand until he make his enemies his footstool. What else, bro?
The Lord shall set the rod of the.
He's sending a rod. What you call a rod? Don't know about it. It's going to. Go ahead.
The Lord shall send the rod of thy strength out of Zion.
To do what?
Rule in the midst of thine enemies. Thy people shall be willing in the day of thy power.
Yeah, right now, because they don't see that. Oh, they going to power. They will be willing. All they're going to be willing. Go ahead, man.
The beauties of holiness from the womb of the morning. Thou hast the dew of thy youth.
What else?
The Lord hath sworn and will not repent.
No, he has sworn and will not repent. And God ain't going to go back on his words. He ain't ever going to go back on his words. Go ahead, bro.
Thou art a. Thou art correct. After the order of Melchizedek.
That's right. Go ahead. We read the Hebrews.
Lord of the man shall strike through kings.
When? When is he going to strike through kings?
In the day of his wrath.
See that? He's going to strike king the day of his wrath. And we'll read Isaiah talking about the day of his wrath, huh? Keep reading.
Shall judge among heathen. He shall find place with God. He shall wound the heads of many.
He shall wound the head over many what?
Countries. He shall drink of the brook the way, therefore shall he lift up the head.
So, good with that, or you need to.
Because I'm seeing they coming out of like who is that? Prisoners.
All that's saying is after he killed him, where do you want to go? To the kingdom of God? No, got the grave to go to because he's telling you this. So after that, when you about was that Isaiah what? After 1,000 years, many days, right? So he's going right there. It is. So, yeah. But you got it because you called it out. Are you good with that? All right, praise the Lord. Anybody else? Hold on, brother. One here. I got. Oh, okay. Well, I what you gonna say? Joshua, right? It says on the other side of the flood, about on the other side of Jordan. It's not talking about the other side of the flood where God killed the entire earth. And how do I know that? When you read it, it talks about the other side of Jordan, Joshua. But let me show you the what God actually did versus what you see in Joshua. So let's go to Genesis 9 or 7, I think. Go to 9. Gen- 7. Genesis 7. And pick it up at verse 1. Up at verse 1. So the question is the flood that happened back at the beginning, was that for the whole earth? Is what you're asking. Okay. Genesis 1, man. Genesis 7, 1, y'all.
And
Go ahead, brother.
the Lord said to Noah,
He said,
come thou, and all thy
you know what? Because it always talking about God said, if the Lord can see, and what you gonna do with you can't do anything. That's what the Lord said. What did the Lord say? I'm sorry.
No,
What he say?
and all thy
Mm-hmm.
righteous before this generation.
Okay, because even in this generation, God looking to see if you producing any righteousness. He looks at the generation. Go ahead.
Of every clean beast, thou shalt I
Mm-hmm. What else?
of the beasts that are not clean by two, male and his female.
Mm-hmm. I wonder why he told him to do this. Go ahead, brother.
Of fowl also of the air by seven, the male and the female, to keep all the earth.
Oh, why I keep seeing a lot on all the face of the earth? Why is he talking about keeping it alive? Unless it's about go ahead, brother.
Yet 7 days
Mhm.
I will cause to rain upon the earth.
Oh, 7. He said, yet 7 days, and I will call rain upon the earth. How long?
40 days.
40 days, and that's a lot of water. That we're gonna see. That's a whole bunch of water right here. Go ahead, brother.
And every living substance that I have made,
Just repeat that part again, please.
and every living substance
Notice where he said, brother, anything that is living. What about?
that I have made will I destroy from off the face of the earth.
He said the face of the earth. Sound like the entire world to me. He talked about destroying these people. Right? He said all the substance that I have made, I will from off the face of the earth.
And do it according unto all the Lord commanded.
Mm-hmm.
And Noah was 600 years old, and the flood of the waters was upon the earth.
When the waters was what?
Upon the went in, and his sons, his wife, sons, because of the waters of the
There was no flood here because there's some people out there. This book says, if there was no flood here, why is Noah entering the ark? There's no. Why would you enter an ark? It can't move on dry ground, right? But people believe that I did not flood the earth. You man, I'm and I need you to get the ark, like you save some sea animals. What does he say? Verse 8.
of clean beasts and of beasts that are not clean, fowls, and of everything that creeps upon the earth.
Mhm.
There two but
Brother.
male and female Noah. After 7 days,
Like he said, he 7. That's what he said. Go ahead.
the waters of the flood,
Mm.
600 years,
Okay.
17 days. The same day the windows were open,
Uh-huh.
and the rain was open for 40 days and 40 nights.
That's right.
In South they entered Noah and Ham and Japheth, the sons of Noah, and Noah's wife, and the two wives, the sons, with them into the
Go ahead, brother.
after his
Him and every beast.
cattle after his come,
Mm-hmm.
and every creeping thing that creepeth on the earth after his coming, every fowl after his coming, every bird, every star, and they went in unto Noah, flesh, and the breath of life.
Don't we have to read this so you get an understanding. Don't worry about it. Read it, brother.
They that did male and female, all
Huh?
as God commanded,
Uh-huh.
and the Lord shut them in. The flood 4 days upon the earth,
Mm-hmm.
and the flood increased and bare up the ark,
Mm-hmm.
and it was lit up above the earth. The water veil increased greatly upon the earth,
Woo! He said, wait. He said, and the waters prevailed and in greatly upon the earth. Go ahead.
and the ark went upon the face of the water.
So there was so much water on earth and it was coming that the ark floated off the earth. So there's definitely water there, right? Well, keep reading.
And the waters prevailed exceedingly upon the earth,
Mm-hmm.
the high hills,
Woo!
and were under the whole heaven
Mountains under it.
covered, 15 cubits upward, veil, and the mountains were covered.
Oh, there it is. So I knew it covers. There it is. All right, go ahead. And
And all died.
whoop, all flesh died. That
Flesh died. That moved upon.
he said, all that moved upon the earth. What this book says. Everybody, all that moved on the earth died.
Of the and
Oh,
and of the of
the bow down. You know why? Because the birds didn't have where to live. Remember the birds, the ark seeking for a place, and it kept coming back. Had no land, so even the birds got it too. You ain't so long before he got them too. Hey, go ahead.
and of cattle and of beasts and of every creeping thing that creepeth upon the earth, and every man,
And every bro,
all in whose nostrils
woo, all in whose nostrils, because we know the Lord in our nostrils with the breath of life, right? This Lord snapping this. He said, all in whose nostrils, but
was breath of life,
do, bro.
all that was in the dry
Island, which that's what they. Oh, they died. See, that's what it's saying. They died. So, why though? Go to chapter 6. Genesis. Why though? Why did they die, man? Why did they die, man? We're just gonna read it for other people's sake. That's all. Read verse, brother.
And it came to pass, when men began to multiply on the face of the earth, daughters were born to them.
Mm.
The sons of God, daughters of men, were fair.
Okay, and now I'm understanding why people believe this is angels, and not from the one verse we get from Job. Why they think angels? Why? Because with call the y'all know in the Apocrypha, angel family. Oh, that's what I right there. What? So, all did you know? It tells you to ward off spirit with fish gut, all that stuff. Did you ever go back and read why they said that? Well, anyway, he went back. He was saying about 7 husbands marrying one wife. But you know, the law where the brother died and she had to take another wife to do the seed. We understand all that.
Right.
But he kept saying, you know, nobody else can come after that because, you know, the spirit, the woman belonged to the spirit, and he keep killing the men. So he said, well, this is what you need to do: get some fish guts, burn it up, and ward off spirits. See, they believe in this mess. And you said, listen, man, because I got the Apocrypha with me. I can show y'all some stuff. And y'all be like, oh no, that book does not belong in the Bible. But it's funny how you argue about it. You ain't even check it out. Oh, hell was in there. Well, check it out. Why did they take it out? Why? I know they took it out. So anyway, let's finish this. This is why I believe. Oh, okay. You know what else they say too? If your wife not obey you, you can divorce her. I'm done. I'm done. That's what it says. I am not lying. I can read it. I got it right. It's crazy. Yo, what? That's straight contradiction. He first of all, but we know Jesus said there's only one way to be a wife. So that's what I'm on by. Don't sit there and tell me this woman ain't listening to me. He said, why did Moses give us a right endorsement? For the hardness of your hearts. Your heart is hard. Y'all don't away wife because she wake up with curls in it or something. You know? I mean, that's Jesus is saying something totally different. Oh, I'm saying she don't. What I'm saying is, where in the Bible does you can put her away for not obeying? It doesn't. It doesn't not. He said that's the answer. Yep. That's why he like you gotta deal with it, bro. You gotta deal with it. Oh my gosh. Woo! Woo! You okay, let's keep it moving. Get out of here. Let's go to
The Lord shall not with man,
uh-huh.
for he also is flesh.
Mm-hmm.
Yet his days shall be 120.
We see where God is cutting the life of man. Spirit shall not always have with man. Why he saying is also his days shall be 120 years. And then when you read in Psalms, it's talking about your days is 70 years, 80 by chance, But keep reading.
There were giants in earth those days.
Uh-huh. Just people well known. That's all this is. Oh, yeah, that's another thing. This Apocrypha is a doozy. I'm telling y'all, stay away. You can get a great Disney movie out of the Apocrypha. Now, no, I'm serious. You can. The Maccabees is history. I'm not knocking that. That other stuff, it agree with God. It even said in one place, I think it told, man, I don't know about Bell in it. That's, mm, I'm sorry, the stuff I read, not dragon. What kind of dragon was that? Daniel Slade. What? The dragon B5? I don't know. It's garbage. That's what it is. You throw that in the garbage. Go ahead, man. Read for it, bro.
There were giants in earth in those days,
Mm-hmm.
and after when the sons of God came in unto the door of
Uh-huh.
and they bare children to them, the same became mighty men who were old, renowned.
Y'all know, I'm sorry. This thing got nothing to do. Did y'all know y'all can buy y'all salvation according to the Apocrypha? Yes. Yes, by giving alms, brother, you can pray for your loved ones. Man, that's why Catholic book. That's why, because backing up is garbage. garbage, bro. Trash. And I tell you it's trash. I know it's trash for myself. Simple as that. Just contradicting God's word. Spirit. Read that verse again. Shut up.
There were giants in the earth in those days, and after that, the sons of men the daughters of men, and they bare children to them.
Mm-hmm.
Men of renown.
Men of renown, man. Go ahead.
And God saw that the wickedness.
Here it is. This is why, Brother Herm, this is why the Lord drowned the earth. Go ahead.
And God saw it was great, and every imagination of the thoughts of his heart was only evil continually. It repented that he had made man from the earth, and it grieved at his heart.
It grieved at his heart, man. You breaking the Lord's heart. That's what we doing, man.
And the Lord said,
what did he say?
I will destroy man whom I have created on the face of the earth.
But we read a little earlier how he destroyed the man. The fowls too, and anything that was on that ark.
And Lord said, I will destroy man whom I have created on the face of the earth, both man and beast, and the creeping thing, and the fowls of the air.
Did he lie? Because we read all that in the other chapter. He didn't lie, did he? Hey, brother.
For it repented me, I have made them. But Noah found grace in the eyes of the Lord. These are the generations.
All right, so that's right there. Yes. The whole earth flooded back there. The Lord flooded the earth. And, let's see when some of the water left came off the earth. Go to Genesis 11. No, 9. We see here? Yeah, because we're going to read it. Go to Genesis 9 and pick it up at verse 1, bro. Because, the imagination of man was evil continually. Just like the cup is being filled up with sin. And God going to come back. We know he's coming back, but he ain't coming with water. With that dry spell, dry stuff. Go ahead, brother. Give me verse 1. Man. What you got?
God
go ahead.
And said to them,
what?
And multiply.
What?
And replenish the earth.
Oh, you see that, brother? Sound like the same thing he was saying to man when God created man at the beginning. He said, replenish the earth. So now, on the side of the flood, before God killed him, he said, replenish the earth to. So now, this is where you get the nations from. Noah's book. Keep reading.
And the fear of you and the dread of you
establishing the earth again. Watch this. Okay.
Shall be upon every beast of the earth.
Because didn't he give man dominion at the beginning? Look what he's doing again. He's doing the same thing again. Go ahead.
And upon every fowl air, upon all that move on the earth, upon all the fishes of the sea, into your hand they are delivered. Every moving thing that liveth shall be meat for you.
And no, because some people will be like, oh, see, we can eat anything. No, you can't. No, you can't. Because he already separated back in chapter 7. You can't do that. Anyway, all he's saying is anything that moves edible to be killed and eaten. That's all. He ain't saying eat it. You just don't like, you on the table for the lion come across you. You food for the lion. Nothing to being eaten. That's all he's saying. But go ahead. Good, bro.
Every moving thing that liveth shall be meat for you. Even as the green herb have I given you all things.
But what?
But flesh with the life thereof, which is the blood thereof, shall ye not eat.
Okay, that's good, right? That's good right there. So you good with that, brother?
Yes.
You sure? All right. Anybody else have a question? What you got? Well, I have to look at you and give you eye contact. Okay, it's a very good question. Let's go to Deuteronomy chapter 5. Let's go here. Let's Deuteronomy chapter 5. And I want to verse 6. Start at verse 6. Verse 6, go ahead. Yep. 6 and no, chapter 5 and 6. Deuteronomy 5 and 6.
I am the Lord thy God,
Mm-hmm.
which brought thee out of the land of Egypt, from the house of bondage. Thou shalt have none other gods before me.
Oh, this sound familiar, y'all? What this sound like? That's what it is. This is another spot. Skip that first part, brother.
Keep the Sabbath day to sanctify it.
Read that again.
Keep the Sabbath day to sanctify it.
Males, read it again.
Keep the Sabbath day to sanctify it.
Female,
Keep the Sabbath day to sanctify it.
read.
As the Lord thy God commanded thee.
Mm-hmm. What you do on the Sabbath day, bro?
6 days thou shalt labor,
Mm.
and do all thy work.
Go ahead.
But the seventh day is the Sabbath of the Lord thy God.
Mm-hmm.
Thou shalt not do any work,
Go ahead.
thou, nor thy son, nor thy daughter, nor thy manservant, nor thy maidservant, nor thy ox, nor thine ass, nor thine any of thy cattle,
Mm-hmm.
nor thy stranger that is in thy gates, that thy manservant and thy maidservant may rest as well as thou.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember that thou wast a servant in the land of Egypt, and that the Lord thy God brought thee out thence through a mighty hand, and by a stretched out arm.
That's right there. That's good right there. So you see the Lord is telling you to keep the Sabbath, right? Go to Deuteronomy 16. Go to Deuteronomy 16. And let's get straight to the pizzoint. Deuteronomy chapter 16. And we're going to pick at verse pick it up at verse pick it up at verse 13, bro. When you get it, go ahead.
Thou shalt observe the feast of tabernacles
Mm-hmm.
7 days. After that, thou hast gathered in thy corn and thy wine.
Uh-huh. Skip down to 16.
3 times in a year shall all thy males appear before the Lord thy God,
Mm-hmm.
in the place which he shall choose, the feast of unleavened bread, and in the feast of weeks, and in the feast of tabernacles.
3.
And they shall not appear before the Lord empty.
Keep reading.
Every man shall give as he is able.
Read that again.
Every man shall give as he is able.
One more again.
Every man
No, that sounds like a song, brother.
shall give
Every
as
man
he is
shall
able.
what as he is able.
Yeah,
Go ahead, bro. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. You finish that?
Every man shall give he as he is able, according to the blessing of the Lord thy God, which he hath given thee.
All right. So now let's go to 1 Corinthians 11. 1 Corinthians 11. 1 Corinthians 11. Mm-hmm. And read verse 3.
But I would have you know that that the head of every man is Christ,
So don't need to be explained, right? Go ahead.
and the head of the woman
And so if the head of the woman, he's the head of the children. Who is it?
is the man.
Okay, the man. So if the man say, "Let's go," what you gonna do? Oh, so whatever the man says, I got you, sis. You're gonna go.
What if she don't go?
I mean, bro, I got. So it's because the husband is the head, you know, of the family, and if that's what he want them to do, that's what they're gonna do. But at the same time, I can't see where it's telling you not to come. Let's go to one more place, Leviticus 23. Leviticus 20, because it should be stipulations in this very chapter where we get to honor how to honor the Lord's feast days. Let's see what's in there. Let's see what's in there. Leviticus 23. It's like the 8th time we read it. Hey, nothing wrong with reading it again. Read it again. Read it again. Read it again. There's nothing wrong with it. Leviticus 23. Read it.
And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying,
Mm-hmm.
Speak unto the
Because we
children.
read that you got to do unleavened bread, the feast of weeks, and like, mm-hmm.
And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, say unto them, concerning the feast of the Lord, which ye shall proclaim to be holy convocation.
Okay.
Even these are my feasts.
Okay. Read.
6 days shall work.
Because inside of this, the Lord is giving a stipulation of things to do and don't do. Go ahead. Go ahead, brother.
6 days shall work be done.
Mhm.
The seventh day is the Sabbath of rest and holy convocation.
Who is he talking to?
Everyone.
Okay, read.
Ye
Talking
shall-
right, and talking to everyone though.
the
Right.
stranger,
Well, no, well, maybe I made it more clear. It's talking to who? Both male and female, right? Okay, go ahead. No, it was that. I said that, but go ahead.
Ye shall no work therein.
Mm-hmm.
It is the Sabbath of the Lord in all your dwellings.
Who is he talking to? Both male and female, right? Read.
These are the feasts of the Lord,
Uh-huh.
even the holy convocations, which ye shall proclaim in their season.
Okay. Keep reading.
In the 14th day,
Because this is keep reading.
at even, is the Lord's Passover.
Mm.
And on the 15th day,
Oh, this is one of them days meant to appear though, right? We just read that. Read.
of the same month is the feast of unleavened bread. Unto the Lord 7 days
Unto the Lord, men, 7 days you what?
ye must
No, that's not what that says. It says 7 days ye must eat unleavened bread. What else? What else you got to do in them 7 days?
unto the Lord 7 days ye must eat unleavened bread. In the first day you shall have an holy convocation.
To males only.
Nope.
Read that again.
In the first day ye shall have an holy convocation.
What else you supposed to do?
Ye shall do no servile work there,
Mm-hmm.
but ye shall offer an offering made by fire
Mm-hmm.
unto the Lord.
Mm-hmm. No, we know who's making the offer though. It's the male. It ain't female. We know that.
7 days. In the 7th day is the holy convocation.
And what you supposed to do, brother?
Ye shall do no servile work therein.
Mm.
The Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them, When ye be come into the land,
Skip down to 15, man.
and ye shall count unto you from morrow after the Sabbath, from the day that ye put the sheaf of the wave offering, 7 Sabbaths shall be completed. Even unto the morrow after the 7th Sabbath shall ye number 50 days, and ye shall offer a new meat offering unto the Lord. Ye shall bring out of your habitations 2 wave loaves of 2 tenth deals. They shall be of fine flour. They shall be baken with leaven. They are the first fruits unto the Lord.
All right, skip down. To one.
And
We
ye
actually
shall
out of time.
on the same day,
Uh-huh.
that it might be an holy convocation unto you.
Unto you, males. That what it say?
Nope.
Read.
Ye shall do no servile work therein. It shall be a statute forever all your dwellings,
And
through all your generations.
right. So yes, the female need to go as well too, even though she's not paying attention. All right. So now let's all stand and face Jerusalem, and let's close out.